How is everyone doing today? I first off want to apologize. My microphone went dead on me. Apparently it is shot. So I have to go out and get a replacement. So by the time the next video comes out, I should have the replacement in and you will hear a normal audio quality. But I'm not going to let that stop me from, of course, review one of my anticipated figures of this year. That is, of course, this Motu Vintage Collection Skeletor. So let's just jump right into it. So the packaging is very vintage inspired, as it, of course, is Vintage Collection. Looks very nice. It is a giant window. It's a giant box. It covers up most of the figure. So, I mean, you can see a good portion of it, but I think there are more people who would say, I'd rather be a fully open window like it used to be. This is fine. It's fine. Of course, 30 points for articulation. Let's go to the back. So we got, of course, up top, the picture of Skeletor, as you can see. Excuse me. And all the other shots, of course. Skeletor, same Master Universe, action figure. You can collect them all, each sold separately, of course. And then on the bottom, it says, in 1982, Master Universe took the world by storm with action figures that captured the imaginations of people from here to Eternia. Today, the Masterverse celebrates the original designs as modern 7-inch scale action figures with the vintage collection. So hopefully, I know Zodak is a part of this, so hopefully we do get more versions of these characters very soon. Hopefully. But, quickly look at all that. Let's get this guy cracked open and see how he is. Getting the figure out of the packaging, wow. That's really all I could say to justify this figure is wow. Mattel has done an outstanding job here with the Skeletor. Now, this is not the first time we have seen the Skeletor. It came in a 2-pack at San Diego Comic-Con last year, I do believe, with He-Man. Now, that version was with the same body, of course, but he was a much brighter purple, and he had a head sculpt that was more sort of, in a way, what's the word I'm looking for? It's more cartoonish in a way. And it had a movable jaw. The problem was when you articulated, the jaw would not stay in place. So it literally just would always hang down. This right here is great. This reminds me more of the mini comic variant more than vintage, if I'm being honest. When I look at this, I see this more as a mini comic variant than the vintage collection. But you may see it differently than I do. But it's still a great figure. Now, of course, the whole body is reused from the He-Man, which we'll bring in here in just a little bit, except the boots and the arms. Those are sculpted only for Skeletor. But this figure I do like. It is probably a definitive Skeletor if you do not have that SDCC, if I'm correct, 2-pack. This Skeletor is for you. Now, some people have used the Barbarian Skeletor as their main one because it came with a hooded head like this. So many people like myself have used that one, but this right here is just, above all, an outstanding replacement. But what accessories does he come with? Well, he doesn't come with much. He, of course, comes with his Havoc Staff, because every Skeletor needs to. He also comes with his very shiny, glossy purple sword, just like He-Man's, which looks very nice. And he's got 2 extra hands besides 2 gripping hands. He's got 1 fisted hand. Get camera focus. 1 fisted hand, of course, and he's got an open palm hand, like he's fixing to choke somebody. Like, Urgh. So he's a great figure. He is really awesome when it comes to all this stuff, and I think I might actually try. Let me get him out of the camera for a second. Pardon me. I'm gonna try and add a little something here. Testing out the waters, seeing what works. Try to see if we can do this right here on the spot. Let's try to see if we can do this right here on the spot. So there we go. That's sort of the image recreated from the back of the packaging. Is it not? Does it not look like that? Maybe I'm wrong. No. He's hunkered down too much. Ooh. It's got to be hunkered down more. So. Yeah, there we go. Now he's ready to fire at old He-Man. Speaking of He-Man, let me get him in a different pose and we'll bring him in. Just sitting here playing with toys. Sitting there playing with toys is all we do here. So let's bring in, of course, some comparisons for this guy. Here, back is in neutral pose. I'm a little slow when it comes to posing figures, but I try. So here's Skeletor, of course. Here's He-Man all decked out in all his gear. Let me move him back more. There we go. All decked out. Battle axe, shield, sword of his own. Just these two standing side by side. Oh, it's so good. They look so good together. Definitely worth it. A lot of people don't like this He-Man because he's got this tan on his body and his face does not match. And other people's problems I've heard is, I don't like the head sculpt. I like it. I guess if you took out the white so the black is not pupils, I could see maybe that being a little bit better. But I do think they will re-release this figure again in the future in a more vintage inspired like the Skeletor, for sure. I mean, we're already getting Faker in vintage style with his body, so who say we won't eventually get another He-Man like this? I hope we do, but this has always been my preferred He-Man in the New Eternity Master scale. So let me take out He-Man real quick. Now let me bring in some other figures here. Might still be able to hear me. I don't know. But let's bring in some other ones. Let's bring in, of course, the Revelation Skeletor. Another comparison I like to make. And then we'll bring in one of the figures that made my top of, I think it was 2023. Skeletor from the New Adventures. I don't have He-Man, unfortunately, to go with him. So that's sort of the downside. I've got these two He-Mans that go with these two, but not this one. So I need to be picking myself up and get with it. But still, a great looking badge. I say batch. I meant bunch. Oh, well, same thing. But still, he's a great figure. I got one more comparison I do want to make with him. Here's, of course, Skeletor from the Rise of Evil 2-pack. This is based off mini comic design. So you can see they're very close to each other. And then here's my all-time favorite Skeletor. The cartoon Skeletor. Still my absolute favorites. I know they're off to the side too much. I am so sorry. These three look great together. So, anyway, having looked at all of it, let me get this guy in a pose and we'll go into my final thoughts. For my final thoughts of this figure, as you can see, I got it where he's posed up and he's going at it with He-Man right now. These two, like I said, just look absolutely great together. But what are my final thoughts on this figure? Go out and get it. Pick it up. There is no doubt about it. Do not let it slip away. Do not let it go to the aftermarket where you have to pay double. He is a Walmart exclusive. Now, Big Bad has known the habit of getting Walmart exclusives, usually in a couple months. So maybe if you play down and wait, you can get it on there. But I wouldn't take my chances. I would pick this guy up. He is an absolute must to buy. Do not pass. Definitely, as some people say, smash and pick it up. It is a must, especially for all Masters of the Universe collectors. Anyways, everybody, that is all the time I have for today. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, take care.
Plastic Man, the one, the original Elastic Man. Always in great shape for the shape he's in, the fantastic Plastic Man.